What's going on, guys? Good morning. Welcome back to United View. Hope everyone is doing very well, having a good Friday. Welcome back to the Morning View. Fex will be with us shortly. He's just doing an interview right now, a top secret one. Oh, you might see it soon on United View. Stay tuned for that one. But we do have to talk, folks. We do have to talk because surely not. Roberto Martínez to Manchester United, because the latest reports say United have internally discussed the Portugal boss as INEOS shapes a shortlist for the summer. And listen, look, I get it. On paper, it sounds grown up. A big international coach, smooth talker in interviews, modern football buzzwords, the whole package. We've seen his punditry. But here's the problem. We've seen this movie before. Belgium's golden generation that had world-class talent everywhere flopped, and it ended with a 2022 World Cup group stage exit and Martinez stepping away. That's baggage. Somehow he managed to sort of fail upwards, and now he's the Portugal head coach. And if we're being even more brutally honest here, he hasn't managed in club football since Everton sacked him in 2016. That's a decade ago. Yeah, that's a decade away from the week-to-week Premier League grind. Now, counter-argument, you can be fair here. He just won the Nations League with Portugal, a very good Portuguese squad. I think he's under contract till 2028. It's not a cheap and easy deal. And some fans could possibly say, well, look what he's doing with the Portugal squad. He can handle superstars. He can handle pressure. Give him the structure, the INEOS structure, and he'll cook. We've seen that before. United aren't a team. Oh, God.
At Tabers Abdullah 3,207 super chatted £10. What was Ji Sung Park's shirt number again? Lemon emoji, 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 lemon emoji.
We're now up to 13. Going back to what I was saying. United aren't a tournament team. Hopefully next season, United are every 3 days. We're playing in many competitions, transitions, chaos, Old Trafford pressure, and you need receipts, not TED Talks, which is what Martinez does every time he does punditry. So I'm asking you guys here, Martinez at United, are you laughing or are you listening? Is this another case of him failing upwards from the golden generation at Belgium, well, going from being sacked at Everton to the golden generation at Belgium, and now another golden generation with Portugal to the Manchester United job? Is this another case of failing upwards, or genuinely a smart shortlist move? And if Michael Carrick gets Manchester United Champions League football, do you stick or twist? Let me know your thoughts, as always, in the comment section below, in the chat. Good morning, folks. This is the Morning View. As I mentioned, Fleck will be with us shortly. He's just doing an interview right now, which you'll be seeing at some points here on the United View airwaves. We'll talk about the lemon thing in a bit, because I figured out what I'm going to do here, right? I figured out what I'm going to do, right, with all of it. But first, to make sure that I can deal with what is on the horizon for me with my lemon punishment, I need to be optimized. Roll VT.
Today's video is sponsored by our friends at Oxford Natural and their all-new natural supplement, Optimum Day and Night. Thousands across the UK, USA and beyond are smashing their health goals with Oxford Natural. Optimum Day gives you steady energy, curbs your cravings and keeps your metabolism firing all day. Optimum Night helps you relax, get restorative sleep, recover and keep burning fat while you rest. It's not a magic pill, but it will help you reach your health goals. Check out some of the incredible results. Two of our own. Owen lost over £100 in 10 months. And KG dropped £30 in 4 months. In 8 months, football legend Michael Owen lost £35, and Robbie from AFTV, Don Robbie, lost over £80. And in 6 months, Anita, an award-winning immigration lawyer, lost £44, and Linda, a law firm executive, lost over £50. No gimmicks, no needles, just results. Oxford Natural, let's get to work.
Yes, let's get to work indeed. As always, folks, you can scan the QR code right there on the sidebar to subscribe and save up to 70% off your first order. You can get your Optimum Day, which is good for your weight loss goals. You can get your Optimum Night, which is good for your restorative sleep. You can get them any which way you wish, combined, individually. All the information is always in the video description below. It's pinned in the chat, or scan the QR code. You can see the case studies. You can find out more about the products, and you can get optimized today. Optimized. Optimized. I'm going to need it. Yes, my insides are going to be optimized with what is ahead of me in the future. Let me bring in someone that is known as Fleckington. I will bring him in here with the whatchamacallit and the thingy. Look at me go. I'm magic. Oh, that's the wrong one. I've got to make sure I bring him in on the right one. There you go. Fleck, you're in.
Good morning. Top of the morning to everybody.
Good morning.
Top of the morning.
Good morning. Yeah. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Well, while Flex fumbles around for a second.
Sorry, 2 seconds.
Those,
At official Park Ji Sung super chatted $10. Heard my name called from this channel. Is this a Manchester United channel? How are you? GGMU. I am the best midfielder in United history. United legend Park forever.
I mean,
we're now up to 14.
It's...
So, I mean, for those, we've got a counter on the screen. For those that are wondering, okay, what's going on? I spoke to Flex about this the other day, yesterday. Because I said, look, I want to make sure the fans get the money's worth, and I want to make sure that I'm held accountable, and I serve my punishment, but I've also got to live through it. So this is the plan. Basically, the clock is ticking, and the number is ticking until the end of the stream on Sunday. And by the end of the stream on Sunday, that's the final number.
That will be locked in, yeah, because you have to have a cutoff point, yeah.
Yeah, that's locked in. And then it might be a case of over several weeks I have to do it. It might be a case of, over, depending on how many it is, it might have to be over several months. I'll have to do it, but I will do it. And what I do like is the challenge of it, Flex, because even if it takes months, when I get that final sweep done, it's going to be euphoric. It's going to be absolutely euphoric. It's like a prison sentence, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's my final day. You know what I mean? I'm saying my goodbyes to my taste buds. I'm saying goodbye, and I'm going to do it. So we're up to 14 at the moment. And in fact, I will do my one for today right now. I'll do it right now.
You can do it right. Are you sure? You sure you don't want to do it? You sure you don't want to do it like halfway through this show? So it's like from halfway to the end?
No, because I'm going to make a dent in this number. I'm making a dent in this number.
Yeah, because otherwise you're just going to see it keep going up, and you're not chipping away at it. This guy, you guys are making this guy eat lemon sweets at 12 minutes past 9
honestly,
in the morning.
With what happened on Wednesday and the aftermath that it caused me on Wednesday into Thursday, I'm actually quite terrified of these now. These are genuinely scary.
But the good thing is though, you've put things in place, mechanisms in place, so that you don't end up like you was the other day with a wrinkled inside mouth and just. Acid.
Believe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Atsuta Magruda super chatted $5. Morning. Can't stay for long today. Hope you're all doing well. And Flex. You looking extra cute today. Big ups.
There you go.
Listen, Zuta, it's a shame you can't stay long today. So good. I hope you have a good day, bro. I hope you have a good day. Yeah, no worries, bro. Whatever you got going on, man, you don't worry. You got to provide for your family and your wife, bro. You go to work, bro. No problem. Yeah, you don't worry about that. You don't even need to tell us you can't stay for long. You just it's Friday, man. There's a lot going on, So Owen, you take it easy. Take it easy as well, bro.
Yep.
Take it very easy.
Carry on.
You know what I mean? Just chill. Carry on. Just chill. We need to talk about Roberto Martínez.
Yeah.
To Manchester United. Now, Owen, giving it all that, he's got Premier League experience, He's national team manager of Portugal, knows a few of our players very well. Had a lot of staunch defense of our guy, Bruno Fernandes, says he's misunderstood and doesn't get the ratings, So before you scoff, Owen, there is a little bit of scoff for more than one reason.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bit of talk and noise about this.
Yeah.
As
you can see.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to put it in the side of my mouth.
And this is why I said, oh, hold on a second, let me just fix this. This is why I was saying, are you sure you don't want to maybe do this like a bit later in the show? But you went big.
Let's get it done.
Like, no. Yeah, let's get it out of the way. Fairs.
Man United have just internally discussed Portugal boss Roberto Martinez as they create their shortlist for the next head coach. I was Ben Jacobs in an interview United stand. Flex thoughts.
Owen doesn't usually pass over to me for my thoughts this quick. Normally he says his piece, and then goes, "Hey, what do you think?" But as needs must because of this Lammens situation. Roberto Martinez. No. I'm not trying to see Roberto Martinez as our next manager. He's done okay in the Premier League. You know, he did okay at Everton, didn't he? It was Everton. Yeah, it was Everton. He did all right at Everton.
Yeah.
But no. I mean, there has been different points, to not be disrespectful to the guy. There has been different points where he has been quite sort of liked as an up and coming, guy. But obviously with the work he did a decade ago, 15 years ago. Exactly. When he was club managing over here. Then obviously he's had the stint with Belgium, didn't he? Where it always felt like Belgium, that golden era of Belgium,
golden generation,
should have gone on to get something done over the line. Prime Lukaku, prime Hazard, prime De Bruyne, prime Axel Witsel, prime Mertens, prime bloody company.
Literally at a time where it felt like every best player was
from
Ireland. Yeah, you know what I mean? It was unbelievable. Vertonghen.
Yeah, Vertonghen, that's the other one I couldn't remember. Yeah, exactly. Everyone. And a lot more. Yes, FA Cup winner with Wigan all those years ago. But that's just it. I see that as all in the past. The fact that, to be honest though, it is weird that because he has got a lot of stock, because he went from those club jobs there, Wigan, Everton, respectively. Then he's gone to Belgium. I think he went straight after that. Had a long stint there, and from being known as the guy didn't quite get over the line with Belgium, went up another level to a sort of not prime Portugal, but a very, very, very talented Portugal team that you look at as well. That it's like, tell you what, they look like they can win something. And listen, they won the Nations League. Just the other summer before last. No, this summer. Sorry, summer just gone. Yeah. They won the Nations League, didn't they? Under him. So yeah, I just think he's doing all right at the international level, but I'm not as Man United manager, not for me.
No, he's like I said, I think he's I'm trying to be nice, but I think he's just failed upwards, really. As a coach, you know what I mean? He said, won the FA Cup at Wigan. And when he was at Wigan, like you said, he did have this reputation of, look, Wigan's not an easy job and done quite well, play some nice football. Went to Everton and initially did okay, did all right, because he was at that stage, at that point of that manager that plays good football at a small team. Can he make the next step up? And he did. But then it fell apart. And when he became even the Belgium head coach, that was a surprise of like, oh, how did he get that job? Because Belgium are good. And then they did next to nothing for his entire time there, 6 years there, I think it was. And then that felt like, real damage to his reputation because he flopped with the golden generation. Then he got the Portugal job. And their squad is, stronger than it was when they won the Euros in 2016, way stronger. And they're one of the favourites, I suppose, for the World Cup this summer, but you wouldn't be shocked if they don't win it. And honestly, I do kind of look at him, Spanish Gareth Southgate. It's the same. You know what I mean? Not had a job in club football in a decade. And the ironic thing is, Southgate's done better than him at international level.
Yeah. He's got to finals. Yeah.
He's got to Euros finals. And, granted, Martinez won something. But, it's just same as Southgate, So... yeah, no. And I don't think it's that real thing, to be honest with you. Because I think with how well it is going with Michael Carrick at the moment, if there is a decision to go, like, we're not going to go with him, we're going to go with someone else, then whoever that person is, it needs to get the fans excited. You know what I mean? It needs to make the fans feel reassured that that person could maybe replicate what Carrick has done or is doing, kind of thing, right? I don't get that with Roberto Martinez. I don't,
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like, well, put it this way. It wouldn't be like if you wouldn't go, oh, well, I know Carrick, I'm a bit surprised he didn't get the job because he's done so well, but it is Martinez, so I can understand that one. No, you would. That just, it's not a thing. I don't really think it is that much of a thing. I think we're still at that stage where names are just getting thrown around. And names are getting thrown around. He's on a list. Okay. Are you that interested in him? Oh, I don't know. Now, maybe that will change. Look, if Portugal win the World Cup, then we'll be like, oh, get him in. He's done so well. But even then, I am still a bit cautious of international managers going into club. Football.
It's a complete different ball game. Yeah, I mean, he's been at Wigan and Everton. I didn't realize. Obviously, I do remember. We all know the Belgium stint of how he didn't win, but I didn't realize it was 6 years he was there for.
Yeah,
I mean, what I didn't realize, I don't remember him making so many appearances for Wigan as a player. 95 to 2001. I don't remember him as a Barclays playing for Wigan. Yeah. But maybe that wouldn't have been in the Prem though. 01. That's why they wouldn't have played in the Premier League.
Who did he manage? Did he manage? Was it Swansea?
Yes,
first?
Swansea, Wigan, Everton, and then he's just done international. But I don't remember him playing.
I remember him back in the day. I think he used to do a lot of La Liga stuff on Sky initially, way back when, and then before he became the Swansea coach. But no, not for me. Not for me.
No, it's fair. We've read all the super chats that are out already. Moving on, because Sonny Lammens, he's been talking to the media. He's done an interview, I think, with Samuel Luckhurst and some others.
Well, before we even get to that, actually, Flex, first of all, if you haven't already, click the like button, of course, and be sure to subscribe. Before I even get to the Lammens thing, since we're talking about coaches, maybe it's a smooth segue. And I am going to get on my soapbox a little bit here, so indulge me, Fleck. Ruben Amorim. Now, I know that if you bring up his name, like the other day I got in trouble for bringing up his name.
Yeah.
Don't talk about him. Move on. Yeah. Well, the financials came out. And so his name naturally gets brought up. And I just want to point out maybe a few hypocrisies, shall we say? Shock with Ruben Amorim, a few hypocrisies about the whole situation. Now, we found this out again because United announced their quarterly earnings and I think their 2025 earnings. And we found out how much it costs to get rid of Ruben Amorim, right? Yeah. As you can see here. It says, Manchester United confirm Ruben Amorim and his coaching staff departing has resulted in a charge of £6.3 million for the write-off related to intangible assets and a provision of £15.9 million, representing the maximum potential amount of future settlement payments.
At United_love.86 super chatted £5. Ben did preface it by saying the data would have him low on the list, so it's like your Christmas list as a kid. You have to have filler gifts on there.
Just in case we don't get all the rest, but we'll put him at the bottom.
Yeah. But yes, so it was a charge of £6.3 million, a provision of basically 60 million quid. So the maximum it could cost is actually around 60 million quid. As is written by The Athletic this morning, we could pay as much as that to Ruben Amorim. It depends on things like, if he were to get a new job or, how long he'd be out of contract for. I mean, the Telegraph kind of break it down as well, saying it depends on certain factors, such as if Amorim ends in a new job. It may not end up being that high, but they're saying could actually reach up, the compensation bill for him and his whole staff could reach close to £27 million, right? So you've got a minimum sort of 6.5, whatever it was, potentially towards 27 million pounds, right? Now, this is the same guy, the same guy, right? The same guy who said this, right? And this was last year. If the board or the fans feel I'm not the right guy, I will go the next day without any conversation about compensation. But actually, about 6 billion quid. You know what I mean?
Because it's all lip service.
And exactly. So this is my point to those people that are still waiting now for Man United to lose to go, actually, for some reason, I'm parasocially attached to Ruben Amorim. He was right. 3 at the back, you had Kobe Mainu, get him in midfield, blah, blah, blah. Half the stuff he said was just, like you said, lip service. As we've said a million times, in interviews or press conferences or whatever, they're just saying stuff. They're just saying stuff. Half of it maybe sometimes is true. Maybe a quarter of it is true. Maybe none of it's true. But a lot of it is just lip service. So don't hang on to all of this like, oh, but he said this, or he did this, or he was going to do this, or Ruben said this, and Ruben said the good times are coming, so that's why the good times are coming now. No, it didn't work out. You know what I mean? It didn't work out with Ruben. For some reason, like, stop waiting for it to, I guess, somehow be that he was right in the end or whatever. Like, it's over. Like, it's done. Move on. But they can't.
Is that so? Manish saying it there. I think I see where Manish is trying to go with that. He's basically saying, yeah, he won't have any conversation about it because it's actually set that I'm going to get that. But that's not. I think when you listen to how Ruben was saying it, you got to take the context here. How Ruben said it was, nah, mate. If you don't want me to do this job, I won't even ask about the car. I don't even want it. I'll just leave. That's the context in which he means it when he said it. That was Europa League final, isn't it? In that presser. So he doesn't mean it as in, I won't talk about compensation because it's already set in stone and I have to get it.
But this is the funny thing, Flex. This is the funny thing because that's what the people that are still locked into the Ruben backing, even though he's not here, that this is what they still do. You know what I mean? They still do. They'll go, no, actually, when he said this, he actually meant this. Or he didn't actually technically say this. He meant this. He actually said this. He actually did this. You know what I mean? It's just like stop dwelling on those things. So like that, because that was the thing against and we saw it actually after that Everton game Monday, didn't we? We won the game 1-0, and look, it wasn't great. It was a bit like West Ham, wasn't it? Where it wasn't great, but we got the win. And afterwards, there was this like weird. I don't know.
Well, we have to do that every week.
Yeah,
lucky.
He was really, really poor. Like Carrick,
he got away with that. He got away with that.
Yeah, and what's baffling with that, Flex, is now suddenly it is about results, even though for the last 18 months it hasn't been about results for those people, which is mad. Because if it was about results back then, when we were winning 1 game a month, then he would have and should have been gone a long time ago, which is what the case should have been. But now it's, I don't know. Those results. Performances. I don't know. I'm not sure. Flex, I'm not sure about winning 5 games out of 6. I can't keep doing that, mate. I'm not sure. We're top of the league in 2026. I don't know about that. You know what I mean? Like it's baffling. So I just wanted to point that out this morning. Since those financials came out, that once again it's another example of like Ruben Amorim. He just said a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? He was like Cristiano Ronaldo. Maybe this is like Cristiano Ronaldo knows these things. Yeah, he said he's the poet. He's really good with words, and he is. You know what I mean?
He is. One thing that nobody can deny is how good he is with words.
He's really good with words. Yeah.
Do you know? Honestly, just because this probably will be the last time we speak about Amorim. Like, let's be honest. Like, yeah. I'll just be honest.
It's gone back
At
up.
base ticket hardcore casual super chatted £10. Ain't seen a live show for a while. Big up man like Big Funk Flex and Yardman Howen.
Yes.
Big up base the kid. Are you saying, Owen? Okay, what? So just it's not £10, but they have to refer to that. Just automatically means that.
Yeah.
Because like base ain't even talking about that. But it meets the criteria, so
he knows.
Yeah.
It's yellow.
Oh, right.
He knows. Okay. And that is manageable. I can do
Big
that. That was sour, but my mouth doesn't feel like, it's done like a skin graft for Freddy Krueger's like shoulder. So,
okay,
that's good.
Fair enough.
I can do that.
Amorim, right? My honest thing on Amorim, because I was thinking about this a little bit after he left, and I just never really went back to that way of thinking of like, so you go, he's a terrible coach because he come here and he got the worst record.
Did say he's
ever.
Terrible coach, not terrible.
Yeah,
coach.
that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about me.
Yeah,
I've like that's why I'm talking about this. I don't necessarily think he is a terrible coach. I think that he will go on the continent, back into Europe, and probably do okay. Like what he did at Sporting was a real life thing that actually happened. Do you know what I mean? And he won the adulation and won the praise to put him in the picture for the job at our club. Now, what is true is that and others, West Ham, Liverpool, there was maybe Spurs as well. Yeah. So he was on the list for that. Now he's come here and proved that his way of the things that he did, what he thought was, I'm so good, and this is a learning curve for him in his career because he could go one of two ways. I'm so good that he can come here and just copy and paste. Yeah. Like that arrogance and that naivety to think like this little back five thing I've got worked in Portugal. I don't care how many licks we have to take, how many games we have to lose, how much we have to suffer. I ain't fucking changing, mate. This is what it is. Yeah. Now, he may go with that same exact mentality because what we've learned is Ruben's stubbornness. So I don't think he's going to all of a sudden not play that formation anymore. But he could be the manager of AC Milan next, let's say. And that might work. He could be the manager of Dortmund next or something. And, he might do okay in those leagues. He might go back to Portugal and be, I don't know, maybe Sporting to Benfica's crazy. I don't know. But maybe he might. Maybe after Jose leaves, he might go back there. I don't know. But I'm saying he can have success in other leagues, maybe playing like that. But what we've learned is at the top level, he ain't it. He ain't it. You know that's it.
He wasn't it for the Man United job. The Man United job is a very unique circumstance, and you need to understand the club, the league, the players, the squad, and the history, both long-term and actually like very recent history. You need to understand what has happened in maybe, say, the last decade. And also you need to understand the club history, the club ethos, academy, all that kind of stuff. And, Kristen, you absolutely...
Believe. At Christen 2,712 super chatted £9.99. Be careful, Owen, if you upset the Amorim backers, they can easily hold your fate. Lemon emoji, lemon emoji, lemon emoji, lemon.
That's enough of that.
Stop silencing them.
But the point is that it wasn't a good fit for Man United, and I certainly don't begrudge him. I don't begrudge him taking the compensation or anything like that. It's just, I think it's just a good example. And the whole actually Amorim tenure, I think just should be an example to fans of like the days of getting attached to coaches and players. It's over. The turnover in football is way too high. I know we never used to be that club, and our coach and Sir Alex was here for over 2 decades and we had players that were one club players, but it's over. It's over. And words are great. Words are great, and being a great talker is fantastic, but you've got to back it up. You can't. I'm kind of done with the blind faith stuff, and I know the pushback to that might be, well, you're not a real fan then, or whatever, because that's the whole point of being a fan is that you have blind faith and blind backing. But for me, I need to see something. That's why at the moment I'm backing Michael Carrick because that's important. So Lammens.
At Lilioyo1 super chatted £9.99. What do lemons say to cheer each other up? You're simply sublime. Lemon emoji, lemon emoji, lemon emoji, lemon emoji, lemon emoji, lemon emoji. Believe. At Tabers Abdullah 3,207 super chatted £10. Carrick needs to stay if we get top 4. Speaking of Carrick, what was his shirt number again? Lemon emoji.
Okay. Yes. Is it still lemon going? Well, yes. But like the point being is you've got to show something. And like I said, those days of being long-term managers or long-term players, it just doesn't really exist anymore. And Savage says Pep and Klopp exist, Owen. That's just nonsense. Again, you're taking the most extreme examples. You know what I mean? Messi and Ronaldo exist, so you can score like 900 goals. Like,
yeah, and if you don't, you're failure.
We're talking like the rarest of the rare here, right? And even them, they've got a shelf life, and they're some of the most successful managers ever. So the point being is, like, at Man United, you need to back it up. You need to back it up. If you're a player, if you're a coach, if you're whoever, back it up with results, with performances. That's how it goes. Ruben didn't, and eventually you can talk a good game, but you've got to, and actually that's no different into football, is it? In business, you meet that salesman, tell you what, he's great. He talks a fantastic game. Oh, son of a bitch.
The kid's hardcore casual super chatted £10. What have I missed? Why are there all these lemon emoji?
I'm going to be doing the lemon thing for a long time, but you know what? And I will.
Oh, yeah,
I will.
A lot post Sunday.
This is like the judges in the chat. They're deciding my sentence. That's what it is at the moment. You know what I mean? They're just deciding the sentence. Or the jury are going away. Well, I'm already guilty. I've put a guilty plea in, but they're going away, going, right, how many lemons do we give? You know what I mean? How many lemons do we give? It's up to 17. And I thought I made like a hit in that this morning, but all right.
When life gives you lemons/lemons, mate. Yeah, honestly. You
get
are
chemical
in big
burns.
Trouble. You do. You get 3rd-degree burns from battery acid. Guys, please do smash the like on the video. We've got 148 likes, which I know we can do better than that. We've got over 600 people watching. I think we can get to 250. Is
that the last time we're going to talk about Amorim, do you think?
I'm going to say no, because what will happen is the official confirmation of what he does get paid will come up another time. Whenever that gets decided,
do an interview,
and obviously people are waiting for their they want to hear him speak. Remember we already dealt with that. So, like you said, they want their apologies just to say thank you. Yeah. Sorry, they want their thank yous for supporting him. So there's a lot of people that are waiting to say that would be nice. I really want to hear from him. Meanwhile, we'll be, buying Anderson and doing up Carrick or doing up whoever it is, trying to move on, and people will be like, yeah, but what about that thank you from the last guy?
Yeah.
So there you go. Yes. Lammens. Senna Lammens.
Yeah. Senna Lammens did an interview with Samuel Luckhurst of The Sun. Ugh, be careful. You know what I mean? Be careful, Senna. But yes, he's did an interview with Samuel Luckhurst and spoke about a variety of different topics. He spoke about the physical battle against Everton, obviously on Monday. He says, it's just the way it is. It's the Premier League. It's been like this all season. They always said to me it was the most physical, and that's the biggest difference. A bit of a war in the penalty box. It's always been one of my strengths, even in Belgium, which is less physical, but the principles are the same. So sometimes I like the challenge as well. Now there are more bodies in front of you, but my teammates help me out as well as blocking the guys from me. You have to be big and not easily pushed around. So I think that's also important. My physical features are positive for those kind of situations. And I saw this already loaded in here, so I know that you've already probably spoken about it in one of your things that you've done recently. Because we've got a couple of special interviews coming out, don't we, Fleck? We do,
guys. We do.
Yes.
I keep locked, actually. And I was going to say that, actually, because one of them, actually, Owen, I need to let you know, we need to get a clip out, actually. There will be a clip going up because it is with that picture. Myself and one Harry Pinero, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
this was the picture they're talking about.
We are reacting to that picture during, we did a nice little catch-up. Yes, so that's going out very shortly, and we've had Carl Anker on as well, which is very, very good. So he's coming out very soon as well.
Yes, but yes, just relaxed guy, nondescript guy, just calm, no problem at all.
It was
top
brilliant.
Goalkeeper.
He is honestly. When I saw that picture yesterday, it was. Me and Harry were laughing, and
I know that's the kind of thing that excites you, isn't it? That's the usually when you see those things. That's the kind of thing that excites.
I love it. I love it
kind of stuff.
Because I look at things like that sometimes wrongly, obviously with the Ruben thing, but this one I've definitely got it right though, because this is back the other way. Like the guy's wearing loafers, bro, to training. Do you know, with turn-up jeans, bro? I thought that picture was from 01. 2001,
it looks like,
bro.
Yeah, he should be up with that picture of Rio and Rooney and John O'Shea when they're on the night out. It's exactly the same as that.
We should add that. We should add that into. We should put Lammens in that.
Believe. At Big Yo-Yo super chatted $9.99. When life gives you lemons, lemon emoji, lemon emoji, lemon emoji.
Yeah, up to 18.
Yeah, there you go, mate.
Okay, now
Keep up.
I genuinely thought by doing one, I thought, maybe it'll go up a little bit this morning, but it'll be all right. I thought,
but at least you know the end is in sight in terms of the
Sunday.
counter. That's what you do know.
Then the real work begins. Then the real work begins.
But you will know what you're working with. You're not working ambiguously where you're like, oh, is this going to go up? Or, you just you will know. That's a positive.
Yeah,
that's a positive. Do you know what I mean? So you drink your water. You can need a lot of that over the weekend.
I'm gonna need it.
But yeah, back to Lammens. Like it's amazing. I love him. He's changed my life.
I saw you got a bit of shit actually the other day when you did the intro for one of these videos, and you said that it's the biggest upgrade in Premier League history. A few people were coming back to you on that, weren't they? Going, "Oh, Flex, you've been a bit extra here." Like, I saw someone on Instagram said to you, Carrick from Carrick to Allison, it's a bigger upgrade.
Yeah, and I said fairs, but I believe that Onana is worse than Carrick.
Genuinely,
but that is a monumental upgrade.
In the chat, just out of curiosity, who is worse out of Carrick and Onana?
Saying that Onana's worse. Mate.
Like genuinely, who's worse?
I mean, Carrick threw it out to Benzema in the Champions League final, mate. Was it?
Yeah, Onana made. If we'd have got to the we couldn't even get to a Champions League final because of Andre Onana, right? We couldn't get out of the group stage, Fleck.
But Andre Onana was in a final as well. That's why we bought him, because he actually played good in it.
Is that not even worse? You know what I mean? Like we get someone that we thought was actually good, but
and that was my point.
Than
I'll be honest. My thing when I said that wasn't even like I know like you just get what I mean when I'm saying it. Okay, you could the only one you could put in there is Carrick to the, But I'm saying, bro, I believe it. I believe Onana's worse than him. I do, and I'm not even gonna lie of being like. I'm just opening up. I'm just saying what's in my head. I haven't sat down and gone through all the transfers like people do when you make statements like that. They go, well, hold on, I remember this and I remember that. Fair play. But my feeling still remains. Like, you get what I'm saying. This is a monumental upgrade is what my point is. We can argue about Carrick and Onana, but I don't care. Onana to Lammens, I'm saying, is monumental, bro.
And with Carrick, I mean, did they manage to win anything with Carrick? Because technically we did with Onana, but like with Carrick, they still managed to be successful, and they still need to be successful in the sense of getting to the Champions League final, qualifying for top 4, getting in the Champions League, getting high up the table. Like, we just couldn't even do that with Onana.
And didn't Carrick play because who was injured? Because Alisson weren't there yet. Who was their keeper?
It was between him and was it Mignolet that was
Mignolet.
there at the time?
Was Mignolet? Yeah. Mignolet must have been injured.
I think he was just a bit shit as well. But he was better than Carrick. But
Carrick, oh yeah, definitely Loris Carrick was terrible.
Yeah, but yes, with the style stuff, that's the picture from.
He literally looks like that. We need to add. It's literally the same.
There's no difference, is there?
It's literally the same, bro. That's what I'm saying. He's wearing that.
He's wearing
Prop 01.
That's like, I mean, that picture must be like what? About 20 years old, maybe. Yeah. It's like mid 2000, 2005, 2006-ish, something like that.
Yeah.
What's old is new, mate?
He's got Michael Jackson loafers, bro, with white socks.
Yeah.
Turn up jeans from River Island or Top Man or Blue Ink. I'm gonna say Blue Ink, yeah. And the jumper from Blue Ink. That's what he's wearing. Or Burton. Shut down now. Or Burton. Remember Burton?
What was it?
My
face.
Keeper.
Remember is that still around?
Fat Face. What was it?
Yeah.
There's loads of other old school makes, man. But yeah, definitely remember Burton, Top Man, Blue Ink. Maybe like a light CNA or M&S. You know what I mean? One of those. M&S has stepped up recently, actually. Pick up M&S. So yeah, there you go, people. There you go. I just honestly, I just think like we've just prayed for this. We've just prayed, and he went to the school, didn't he? He went to the school. You know what I mean? I saw him save. He was even saving the ball there. His arm was up there. He was saving it. The kid was like, "Oh wow!" He just walks around saving things.
I tell you what, I'm a bit gutted about. So for those that are asking, where was the Trafford talk last night? Basically, we couldn't do it. James had a bit of an emergency, so we couldn't do it. And I'm going to save this thumbnail for the next time we do it, because it was a good one. Oh, it was a good one. And if you've watched episodes of Trafford Talk, you know that I'd sort of do take a bit of creative license with the thumbnail on that, because Flex basically said, look, you can do whatever you want with it. Just, make sure it's a show. And I went, all right. Yeah, okay. And so this one was a bit of a Marvel theme involving Senna Lammens. This was going to be the thumbnail from last night.
It's very fitting.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
I take it that is Captain America and Thor. I would say that.
Yes, exactly. And and Lammens is Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. But I put some goalkeeper gloves on him. It's Lammens behind the glasses. I thought actually James' face went on to Captain America quite well.
It looks pretty good. Yeah, I mean yours. You can tell there's something going on.
You can tell.
James was natural.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. But we'll save it for next time. We'll save that one for for next time. How are you feeling ahead of this weekend, Flex? Right, we've got 48 hours before we play again in the Premiership against Crystal Palace.
I watched a little bit of them last night as well. I watched when they were going up to 1-0. Obviously, they were playing against Shrinsky, who, listen, that's not a test, really. Yeah. But I just want to see what sort of team they played, how they approached it, and they had to go through, so they couldn't mess about. Mate, they played their exact starting team. That's the team that will probably start against Man United. Maybe Will Hughes might come in. Exactly. They are a mess. And when you look at their options, it's only really the other senior guys they've got. Johnson on the bench, Will Hughes, Jeremy Pino was our new sub, and Nathaniel Klein, our new sub. He's at the end. He's been playing for years. After that, it's all kids. So, their team is their team. And I don't see their team being too different from, Gasson and Sarr behind Larson, Kamada and Wharton, maybe Will Hughes and Wharton, obviously Munoz and Mitchell, Canva, who they got a while ago, who was there, and then he's just promoted him because when Gahey left, and obviously Lacroix Richards and Henderson in goal. So no surprises. Someone said it there. Savage said it there. Bro, Palace is finished. I hear all that, but we've got a job to do. Do you know what I mean? We've got a job to do. No game in the Premier League is easy, even against the teams where you're expecting this should be an easy walk in the park, should be routine win. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a routine win. I've gone for a 2-0. But stranger things have happened. And football's not played on paper, as we always say. They'll be resolute. They've still got players that can hurt you.
What we are fortunate in the sense of it feels like with Palace, maybe aside from the European stuff, that they have just kind of sort of written the season off in the sense of they're like, right, let's get to the end of the season. It feels every couple of weeks they have this thing where they have talks of Oliver Glasner about leaving early before the end of the season. The crowd have kind of turned on it. He's sort of turned on the board. It's a whole mess. And you look at some of their recent results in the Prem, kind of scrape past Wolves. And I think didn't Wolves miss a penalty in that game? I think. Yeah,
Wolves missed a penalty. Yeah, they did.
Yeah. They lost to Burnley. They did beat Brighton away, but I watched that game. It was awful. It was such a bad game of football. They're not great. But at the same time, look, this is the Premier League, and we've seen as recently Arsenal drop points to Wolves. We've dropped points against Wolves. So just because a team's not in good form doesn't mean it's straightforward. But it is a game that you're expected to win at home. If we're going to be into this Champions League push, and put it this way, if we saw Chelsea or Liverpool playing them at home with this current version of Palace at home, we'd be like, well, they should win that one. So we should be thinking the same thing, that we should be expected to win that. Just a little bit of a Cobby update as well here, Flex. I saw that Samuel Luckhurst has just posted this, saying Manchester United yet to formally reopen contract talks with Cobby Mainoo, but hoping to renew before he enters the final 2 years of his current deal, which has a final expiry date of 2028. Just out of curiosity with this, I mean, we're assuming this is going to get agreed, right? There's not going to be any other twist in the tail here with Cobby after everything that's happened. But what do you think? And let us know in the chat. When do you think we do get that, confirmation that a deal is done? Because as Luckhurst is sort of saying there, I mean, the talks haven't even really opened yet formally. We're still into that sort of feeling out stage of, so are we cool? Or do we want to talk?
I think maybe the end of the season. I think I think Cobby getting back in the England team, being in a good spot, about to go to the World Cup, hopefully. Man United achieving or being on the cusp of achieving Champions League football towards the end of this season. So it looks positive. Maybe a confirmation about the manager, even behind the scenes, where Cobby's got a better idea of what it's going to look like as well. Because this is still very short term. This is 6 games. You know, Cobby's back in and playing well, playing every minute of every game, which is great. But he'll still want to make sure, like we said before, like, what's the plan after this? Because if you're going to go and get, I don't know, someone who maybe doesn't fancy me or someone who would go back to what we was doing before, then what does that look like for me? So he's been out of the game for like pretty much 18 months under Amorim, or 14 months, whatever it was under him, where he wasn't a starter. And you go, he's missed a big gap in his football. So right now, if you are him, yeah, you love Man United and you know you're going to, probably sign it, but you don't want to jump to anything. You don't, your brother was wrongly, I get it, but your brother was wearing a free Cobby shirt 2 months ago. And it looked like you was literally on the cusp of leaving to go to Napoli or somewhere. Now you've had 6 good games. You don't just jump and sign a contract right now. That would be bad advice. You wait, you chill, keep playing your football, keep getting your confidence up. Your contract's secure. We're in a good position. The team's in a good position. If I was talking about if I'm as his advisor, we're in a good position. We've got years left on the contract. You're playing very well. Carrick loves you. Tuchel's already said you're back in the picture in terms of selection. So we'll see what happens with this next selection. Surely he's got to get in it. And you just chill and you just go from there. So I'm like you. I'm not overly worried. I'm not worried now. I was before. You're on mute.
I was before.
Yeah.
But now that he's back playing and things seem to be calm, I now go back to the expiry date again of there still is actually quite a lot of time on Man United's side. I mean, 2 years, 2 seasons. I do think he'll get done at some point over the next couple of months, probably. Timing is always important, isn't it? So let's say we do qualify for the Champions League before the end of the season. Maybe they use that time, to sort of get Cobby locked down before the World Cup and before the season ends or something like that, and kind of weave it into this. Oh, we've got this great achievement this season. We're back in the Champions League. Oh, and Cobby's staying. And maybe they tie that into an announcement of who the manager is going to be, or the head coach is going to be at that time as well. Maybe it all kind of, gets put together like that. But it will stay. I mean, to be fair, I don't think he ever truly wanted to leave. I think maybe he felt like he was kind of being pushed out, because of the not playing and competing with Bruno Fernandes and all that kind of stuff, which now just seems crazy, doesn't it? That he was competing with Bruno and, Bruno's a 10, Cobby's a midfielder. Like, yes, they should be in kind of separate positions. What we have learned, to be honest, though, throughout all of this whole process with Cobby is that he's not a 10. You know what I mean? We used to have these conversations about what Cobby was and what Cobby wasn't and what he could be, perhaps. I don't know if we'll have that conversation again, and maybe we do in several years' time of, could Cobby play in that 10 role? Because we saw him do it and he did well for, was it 1 game in Europa or was that false 9?
1. Yeah, it was at FTSB.
But yeah, he's not a 10. He's an 8. He's a midfielder. He probably could play there, but I don't think that's his best position. It's not like I look at Bruno and go, where's his position? 10. I don't look at Cobby and the first thing I go is, oh yeah, 10. No, Cobby's a midfielder. Cobby's an 8.
He is. And what he does is what I think about Cobby is that it's really good that he brings balance to the team. Like, we know when we keep talking about the technical level of the team, like being able to take the ball in midfield, and we just don't have anyone who does it. Cobby can do it. He can take the ball. He's reliable on the ball. Very rarely gives it away. A lot of his passes are not just safe in terms of only backwards and forward, but safe in terms of a good decision to keep balance, because you've got guys in there who will want to play, super fast and want to get rid of the ball quick. Casemiro will always look for the special around the side and big switches, and obviously Bruno's Bruno. There's not a lot of players in our team that their first thought is, how can I maintain possession and calm things down, as well as obviously take the ball, get away from people, and start attacks as well. So Cobby is brilliant at that. I would say.
When it comes to his wage, You know, because obviously that's the big discussion point, isn't it? Of like, what should he be on? Again, this is capology. I think it's called cap for a reason. Or as Kieran Maguire likes to say, he called it crapology.
But we do know that Casemiro is on 350 though.
Yeah, ballpark. Some of them are, accurate. So where's Cobby at the moment? Cobby's on 25 grand, which is wild, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's playing every game. He's playing every minute of every game, which is what should have happened the first time. But
then also he's still a young guy, isn't he? You know what I mean? He's still a young guy, but he's achieved a lot in a short period of time as well. Should he be earning the same amount as Aiden Heaven? Probably not.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Probably not.
He's on less than Dorgu.
Who does he go in? Well, but then I suppose we signed Patrick Dorgu. That's what Dorgu should be on, really, isn't it? You know, signed him up, was it 19, 20 years old from Lecce, bottom of Serie A. Just because you got Man United.
But the fact he should be on that. But the fact that is what he's building.
Exactly. Look at Lammens. Even Lammens, 60k.
Well, fucking hell, that's good, isn't it?
If that's accurate, that's good business.
If that's accurate,
that's really good business.
Even Malassia's on 75 bag.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So Cobby you would think would probably be going in here.
Look at Ugarte. Fucking hell.
I know.
Just give him Ugarte's wage. Just swap. If we've been paying Ugarte for 2 years, get rid of Ugarte and you just go, Cobby, no negotiation. We're just going to give you what he was on. Innit? I'll just do that. Honestly, I would just do that. When you actually check that, this is why, I remember when KJ was saying, this is why it is true. Like when you're a player within the hierarchy, you are going to go, hold on a minute. You're going to knock the door and you're going to go, bro, don't tell me he's unused sub every week, bro. I've won an FA Cup with this team. I've played in the Euros final. Like, I know that's not our problem. It's an England thing. But, you know, I've delivered in a short space of time. I've shown a lot of promise where my team's not fake. This guy's on Ugarte's on 120 grand a week. Just give me what he's on. That's it. And then we call it quits. Like, say even Mount. There you go. Mount's on what, 250?
Or you'd be like, Jadon Sancho's been away for several years. He's still getting paid by Man United more than Cobby gets. Plus, obviously, he's getting what he gets on loan. But you know what I mean? Yeah. He's still getting.
What's up? That's mad. What's Mount on now? 250, isn't it? 220 or something.
It says here 150. So maybe it's gone down considerably because of 2 years of no Champions League. Perhaps,
even that, again, you should be going right. I'll have his thing, please.
Bear in mind, some of these will go up, you know, if we qualify for the Champions League. Yeah. I know not everyone has them anymore, but some will go up. And I was just looking because this list has changed dramatically. Remember, actually, can I go back a couple of years? Oh, this would be lovely. So, right. So 25, 26 is where we're at now. Casemiro, highest earner. If we just go back, couple of 23, 24, we can go back to that point. We could have a look at what the wage bill actually would look like. How do I click carry on? A minute. How does it? You shouldn't just go.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's loading. I think it's loading. That's why. Well, whilst it loads, because you can go from 350. Because bear in mind, we had some very high earners, very high earners on there.
A lot.
Why is it not working? Fleck.
Open up a new tab with that. See,
there you go. There you go.
No, that's 25, 26.
That's 25, 26. Go back.
That's why it's called crapology, mate.
Oh, there you go. It worked. So a couple of seasons ago, that's where we're at. So we had
look at my guy.
But look at some of those. Look at some of those earners. By the way, look at some of those earners. Varane was 340. Rashford 300.
He was injured loads as well.
250. I didn't realize Bruno's pay upgrade actually wasn't that much.
Yeah,
like 60k up to 300.
He's not ransom in the club.
But put it this way, Maguire now is like the third highest earner at the club. Back then, he was 1, 2, 3, 8th highest earner at the club.
Wild.
Mad. That's right, actually. And even people like Ericsson, Lindelof, 150, 120, Anthony, 105. You know what I mean?
It's wild, isn't it?
It is
Wamby
wild.
was on 90. Go down to who the lowest people then were. Like, who was on 25 then? So look at that.
Ahmad.
Cobby, same one. Facundo, he's getting 5 grand more than Facundo, mate.
Even Regulion was on 53.
So mad, isn't it?
Johnny Evans, 65. You know what I mean? Rasmus. Donny was on 90, 90k.
I forgot about Donny, man. Mad.
Was it? And that's 23, 24. If I go back to here, 22, 22, 23, because I remember this was the big summer of craziness. Yeah. Look at that wage bill. Fucking hell. Sabitzer was on loan. Sabitzer was on loan for 6 months. He was on 210k, if this is right. Holy fuck. Those people that are like, we should have kept Sabitzer for that. 210K a week. What? Oh, we should have kept it. Thank goodness. I mean, don't get me wrong. I actually think Sabitzer did well at United, but injuries cost him in the end. But that was his wage. Surely that can't be accurate. What? Surely not. Holy shit.
This is what we were on.
And look at this. Look at that. We had
That's
like Ronaldo. Ronaldo's was always out.
Four players on over 300 grand a week. And this is when Martial...
And well over it as well.
Yeah, well over it. And this is the peak of... Remember when we said we need to get Martial off the wage because he... Yeah. This is the peak of his injury.
That's not
the peak of he couldn't play.
Yeah.
Couldn't remember. Remember when he went all that time when he didn't complete a 90 minutes?
Yeah. Remember? And that is where and this is where it is true where this is where you do INEOS.
INEOS have to get hold of it
to some extent when they look at that and they go, look, that is not sustainable. Now the problem is we have significantly reduced that wage bill, but our performance has not reflected it because we've actually just got shitter. You know what I mean? Because whoever we replaced him with isn't great, but that is awful.
So bad. Obviously we got Eriksen on a free, but 150 bags a week, mate.
I'm stunned by that Sabitzer number. I never knew that.
No one knew
that is true. Wild, oh my God.
And it's got to be somewhere near it, innit?
And they did that like overnight, remember? Because like Eriksen got injured and then like a day later we got Sabitzer on loan. It was like a great out of nowhere. They went, let's do a loan, 210K a week.
Was it Andy Carroll in it who crocked him?
Yeah.
I remember that game.
Reading.
Yeah. Go down a little bit more. Who's had Kobe Mainoo played by now? 22, 23. No, he hadn't, had he?
No, he hadn't got that. He hadn't got that deal, yeah.
My son, Alanga, look, 5 bags a week.
Bless Wout Weghorst. He was on 35K.
He was to be here, mate.
He was for the love of the game. For the love of the game.
That was that big contract. Look, Brandon Williams, 75 grand a week, 65 grand a week, mate.
Yeah.
And he struggled since then. I mean, remember when he signed that new deal?
75K a week.
Yeah, mate. Dallo was still on 85 even then. Crazy.
Oh, my God.
Lindelof 120.
Yeah, that wage bill needed to get fixed because, like,
crazy,
go back to current times. You know, it does look a lot better, doesn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah,
like that does look like.
And the Casemiro one's going to get off there. Bruno, you go right. That's justified. Matthias de Ligt's a bit high now. You look at injuries.
I'm not really comfortable with those two. I'm going to
but Harry Maguire's going to leave that. He's not going to be on 190 grand a week no matter what happens. If he stays, that will come down significantly. Cunha, you go kind of going rate. Zesco. Yeah, I mean, he could be.
Brian and Mbumo being on 150. That's great.
He's the most money as well. Yeah, he should be higher.
Yeah.
Really, you would be more comfortable if Mbumo was on the 160, 180.
Yeah.
Mason Mount, that's got to change soon. They've got to look at that.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw, he'll just go on a free.
Yeah.
Mazraoui, 135. Ugarte will leave, surely. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
look how much you owe. See, in the years remaining, that's what you've actually got to pay them, and this is why. It's crazy money. Crazy money, man.
Because and like you said, that's the thing that people don't factor into. Like you say, a free transfer. It's no such thing as a free transfer because in terms of the accounts, they look at that as like, okay, that's what you've committed to paying. Once you've signed that contract, you've committed to paying that amount. It's just a case of whether someone buys out that contract for a transfer. But when Matheus Cunha, for instance, signs his contract, he knows I am going to be getting, £50 million or something over the course of the next 5 years, which is mad. Imagine signing that contract, being like, right, I just signed a contract, I play for Man United today. By the time it ends, I'd have earned, about 50 million quid. Not bad.
It's wild. Bad. It's wild.
I mean? Yeah.
I just think, like you said, we got to get a grip of it. We've got to get a grip of it, and we are starting.
Which we have.
That's the only good thing. That's the only good thing I would say. So there you go, guys. It is the 100th episode of the Trinity.
It is.
We've reached a century.
Are we doing anything special?
Well, not really.
No.
We're just happy to get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, join us. 100th episode. Maybe we might do something special. Or dress up a little bit. But yeah, there you go. People, enjoy. There's some videos coming your ways, which you guys will really enjoy. And I can't wait for you to see them. And big up yourselves. We will see you later on today. Unless there's anything breaking where we have to get live quicker. But I don't think there will be. We are gone. Take care. Peace.